What's up, guys? Quantrix 02 here. 2018 was an awesome year for figures. Yeah, we had some mediocre figures. We had some good figures. We had a lot of great figures, and that's why right now it's time for my last video of the year, and it's time to count down the top 10 figures of 2018. Well, my personal top 10 figures of 2018. Before we get into the countdown, let me just say this. Figures that I do not own will not be a part of this list. So don't expect any TMNT NECA figures or the SH Figure Arts Hulk or Popeye. And not only that, figures from December will not be included into this list. So any late figures from December will not be anywhere in this list. So don't worry about that. So from January 2018 to November 2018 is the frame of figures. Well, with that said, let's get into it with number 10. Kicking off the countdown, capturing the number 10 spot is the Marvel Legends Deadpool Wave 1 Cable. This was a very awesome figure. There was a lot of great Marvel Legends this year. A lot. I mean, a lot. They keep pouring them out. But this was one that stood out to me. I just loved everything about it. It comes with little pieces of little pouches that you can pull off. The head sculpt is awesome. You got like 3-4 weapons. He's a big hefty figure. What's not to like about this guy? And after seeing Cable in the Deadpool movie, it also made me really want to get this figure. But he is a great figure. With a lot of paint decos. A lot of accessories. What's really not to like about this guy? He is awesome, and I'm happy to have him in my collection. He actually made me want to start collecting X-Men figures. Coming in at number 9 is the SH Figure Arts Raised on Earth Son Goku. So I know that a lot of people were waiting on a brand new base form Goku to come out, since the only Goku we had that was base form was the 1.0 Goku. And for the Saiyan Saga period, the only way you can get him with the actual like tight belt was the San Diego Comic-Con Goku, which was crazy expensive and definitely not worth it, because it really wasn't that great of a figure. But Tamashii Nations came back and did a spectacular job updating base form Goku, putting him on the 2.0 body, and giving him a updated face plates, updated hair sculpt. He has shading all around, and the best thing about this figure is that he's only about $35. So he's probably one of the cheapest figures you can, SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball figures you can get, and he's widely available. They will be re-releasing this guy multiple times. He's not an exclusive or anything like that. So it's no way you're not going to be able to get your hands on this. He's probably the best Goku besides the Super Saiyan, Namek Battle Damage Goku. I forgot the actual name for it, but those two are probably the best Gokus you can get, and they're both widely available. And I definitely would recommend you guys getting this guy. He is a very awesome figure and deserves his spot on my list. Number 8 on the list is Eric Killmonger from the Black Panther Marvel Legends wave. Well, the first wave at least. This was a really awesome figure. And I actually slept on this figure. I actually purchased the Black Panther first, and I thought it was a really cool figure. And then people were raving about this Killmonger figure. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll pick it up. And man, was I surprised! That's the details on this thing that the great people at Hasbro put on this figure. Like the detail on the torso. You actually can feel like the texture from the suit. All throughout the figure. Then you have the nice gold all around it, and then it comes with two awesome two awesome weapons that he used in the film. The head sculpt's awesome. It has butterfly joints on the arm, so you can do some more dynamic poses. The ankle pivot is pretty good. The ab crunch is awesome. There's nothing to really dislike about this guy. It's actually one of my favorite, probably my favorite Marvel Legends to come out this year. He is absolutely stunning, and honestly, I'm liking this guy a little bit better than the one that came in the 2-pack. Even though it comes with an awesome Michael B. Jordan head, this is the one that caught my eye. and why it earned the number 8 spot on my list. Taking the 7th spot is the SH Figure Arts Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2. I was really excited when they announced that they were going to do, that Tamashii Nations were going to do 6-inch articulated Kingdom Hearts figures. This is my dream. I always wanted these figures growing up during middle school and high school, playing through the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm like, dang man, if they just made some 6-inch figures. I know they had the ones for this the Square Art or whatever. I always forget the name of the company, but basically Square Enix's figures. But they were always too big. They couldn't fit in the display. But finally, SH Figure Arts came with the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora, and he is absolutely awesome. I love him. He has very, very cool like articulation that's just fit for him. Like they actually made the baggy pants work, and made them as articulate as possible. He comes with the Keyblade, the original Keyblade that has a chain, actual chain on the end of it. He comes with different facial expressions, different hands. His deco is awesome. The color scheme is great. It's not really to dislike about this figure. If you are a Kingdom Hearts fan, you definitely need to get your hands on this bad boy right here. He is a very, very awesome figure, and I highly enjoying him. That's exactly why he takes the number 7 spot. Number 6 goes to the SH Figure Arts Thanos from Infinity War. Out of all the Infinity War Figure Arts figures that came out this year, this was probably one of the best figures that I owned. The other ones were kind of a little bit lackluster, a little bit of disappointment with all of them, even though I do enjoy them. This guy was absolutely perfect. The head sculpt, I thought nothing could beat the Marvel Legends Thanos that they came out with. I think it came out with it in a 2-pack, I believe. I thought that was a really, really awesome figure. But this guy knocks that guy out of the park. He's correct proportions, has great articulation, great decos, great head sculpts, all of them. Only thing I could have liked more if they actually would have made the gauntlet a little bit more gold instead of just this kind of metallic, I guess, gold going on. But other than that, it's really nothing to complain about. This guy is absolutely awesome, and he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. He stands out on my my MCU shelf for sure. I really, really enjoy this Thanos, and I definitely recommend him if you don't have him yet. Alright, we're halfway through the list. The number 5 spot goes to the SH Figure Arts Majin Buu, or Fat Buu, whatever you want to call him. This was a great figure. I expected this figure not to be so great because he's so big, and he's very, very different from any other SH Figure Arts I can think of, because I wonder how they were going to do his articulation for his legs and his torso. But man, did Tamashii Nations kill it. They actually found a way to really make this big round figure very, very articulated. They did an amazing job with the articulation with the legs, even his torso. Everything's really, really good on this figure. He has awesome paint details, nice shading. The only downfall is that cape, and you can easily just get a custom cape to put on him, and you will be good to go. I really, really enjoy this figure. I would have liked if it would have came with maybe a couple more accessories, maybe a bee or a couple more head sculpts. But you really can't complain about him. He really sticks out on the shelf. You put him in your Dragon Ball Z collection, you're gonna really, this guy's gonna stick out because he is humongous. He is probably the second, I think it's the second biggest Dragon Ball Z SH Figure Arts besides Broly. And yeah, he really, really stands out. I really, really like this guy, and I definitely recommend him if you can get your hands on him. Some people may be surprised, but here is SH Figure Arts Goku Black coming in at number 4. He probably was one of the most popular figures to come out this year. So much so that he sold out super quick, and his price, his secondary market prices are out of this world right now. And he's a tough figure to get. Luckily, I did get my pre-order in, and I got my Super Saiyan Rose Goku. He's a pretty awesome figure. I do like this figure a lot. Is it the best figure of this year? I don't think so. He definitely could have used a couple more, maybe face sculpts. I hate that he only comes with like 2 for this Rose, and I think he comes with 2 for the base form. And I could have used a little bit more. It would be cool if it came with the scythe accessory. He does come with the psionic blade. He does have great, pretty good articulation and shading throughout the whole figure, so I understand why he is on top of a lot of people's lists, and I do enjoy him a lot. He is a great figure, and I was waiting for them to come out with a Goku Black figure. He also has probably the best Super Saiyan head sculpt, and I'm pretty sure this is the Super Saiyan head sculpt they're going to be using going forward for Goku. So I do like that they use that, and overall a really solid figure, and that's why he is very high on my list. Just didn't take the #1 spot. Number 3 is Mezco's Ascending Knight Batman. This is my first ever Mezco figure, and he did not disappoint. I really love this figure. I don't have a lot of Batmans in my collection. I was overdue to get one, but this guy is absolutely awesome. I love the cloth suit. It actually feels like how possibly how a costume would feel. I can put it in just about any kind of position without really having to worry about messing up the material. The cape's pretty good. I really enjoy that you can move the cape on the top of his suit and the back of his suit. He comes with pretty good head, pretty good. He comes with very good head sculpts actually. I'll enjoy both the Batman cowl as well as the Bruce Wayne head. He comes with a ton of accessories, really cool accessories. A whole bunch of batarangs, this other bat device, I'm not sure what it is, the grappling hook. You can hook the grappling hook to the back of his utility belt. It's a really cool figure, man. I really recommend that if you are a Batman fan and you're thinking about getting into Mezco, this is the perfect figure to jump in on. There's really nothing wrong with this. Maybe the ankle articulation could be a little bit better, but that's just something that Mezco is dealing with as a company, period. But overall, this is probably my favorite. I have 2 other Mezco figures in my collection, and this is definitely my favorite, and it's earned this spot at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Kid Goku from SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball. This figure is fan-freaking-tastic. For such a small figure, they really packed this guy to the brim with a lot of great things. He comes with 3 different head sculpts. Comes with the Dragon Ball, the Power Pull. You get this awesome flying Nimbus with them, and then you get different hands. And then the articulation for this guy, for being such a small figure, is pretty fantastic. You can actually do a lot of stuff with this Goku. He is a very enjoyable figure, and I can see in that. And honestly, I don't even know how I like to pose him sometimes. I keep thinking about all these different poses I can put him in. That's very possible with this little small figure. It's very enjoyable. If you don't have this figure, I definitely recommend it. Maybe the only con I can think of is the fact that they should have probably put a peg in on the flying Nimbus so he can stand up, because there's really nothing. You literally just sit him on top of it. You can't really stand him up properly. I mean, you could balance him out, but it's going to end up probably tumbling over. So a peg in the foot and a peg on the peg hole in the Nimbus would have been very awesome to have, but you know, it's whatever. The Nimbus has a lot of detail in it. It's kind of heavy too. I wish it was a little bit lighter. It's very heavy, so you have to put it on the display stand with 2 legs. That's the only probably bad thing about it. But with those negatives out of the way, the rest of the figure is great. Like I said, great accessory count, great articulation. This guy definitely deserves to be number 2 on anybody's list. Taking the top spot at number 1 is the amazing Yamaguchi Revotech Carnage. This figure lived up to everything I thought it was going to be. When I first saw the promo pictures for this guy, I was like, man, that looks like an awesome figure. The poses they were getting this guy into were nuts, and the accessory count is crazy for this guy. It's a lot to deal with. It's kind of overwhelming when you just take this guy out of the package and you see all the stuff that he comes with. You just don't know what to do. But once you get it down and you start messing around with all the accessories, it's just a very fun. I spent hours trying to figure out how I wanted to display this guy because it came with so many different options. I'm not even going to go over all the accessories, but you can literally connect these things like the different accessories together like little like Legos almost, and come up with some crazy stuff. This definitely is the very best Carnage figure to ever come up, and probably one of the best figures of, definitely one of the best figures of the year. That's why he's number 1 on my list. He has pretty great paint details. He has the articulated mouth. Yeah, this is amazing Yamaguchi, so he's articulated everywhere. The joints, I know a lot of people hate the Robotech joints, but they are hitting pretty well. Like, you can really hide those joints on this guy. You don't really see them sticking out. Maybe because he's really basically mostly a red figure, so they don't stick out as much. And he's just really enjoyable, man. That's a lot of stuff you can do with this guy, and he definitely deserves a spot on your shelf if you don't have him already. I definitely 100% recommend this guy. He's probably one of the best Yamaguchi figures to come out. One of the best, definitely the best Carnage figure ever, in my opinion. But yeah, he definitely deserves number 1.
And with that, guys, 2018 is a wrap. And it comes below, tell me exactly what your favorite figures of 2018 was. I would love to hear it. And with that said, guys, have a happy new year. And I will see you guys in 2019. Stay gold. Peace.